What's up, y'all? It's another episode of From the Point by your favorite point, presented by Sprite, the clear favorite. I'm back again, obviously, with my brother,
sir.
Winston. Oh, it's like the reach gets longer,
Man,
but
it's all good.
Winston. And then our guest today, it's been long overdue, but I think it's the perfect time. I got my brother with me, my teammate, DeJounte Murray. Appreciate you coming,
Welcome,
brother.
You already know.
bro. We're
Brother,
super excited
sir.
to have you, man.
Yes, sir.
What up? What up? Coming off Eastern Conference Player of the Week, man. How you feel? It's dope, man. Congratulations.
Yep.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's great. Obviously, it's a team thing. Couldn't do it without your teammates, especially having a bunch of guys down. Just everybody stepping up and trying to keep this thing going instead of just throwing the season away.
Yeah, for sure. Coming off that game winner against the Celtics, man, that was a big time shot. But I think we would be doing ourselves a disservice if we didn't address the elephant in the room, and that there's been a lot of speculation about really y'all two's relationship over the past season and a half and all that. Trey, I'll start with you, man. How is y'all's relationship right now?
Oh shit. I think our relationship is good. I mean, I feel like, to be honest, there's not a memory I don't have with this dude that I don't remember. All the way back from, obviously knowing who he was in high school, but just him coming to the team and or him having the thought about coming to the team, and then us getting on the phone and now calling him, and then us talking about having a chance. And so going from there, being in basically a boot camp in the forest one day and us being partnered and then us getting to know each other there, there's a lot of memories that I have with this dude. And so it's beyond basketball when it comes to our relationship with me. So I think relationships can always be better if your team's winning and things like that and juices are flowing. But I think there's certain relationships that you have that are just deeper than basketball. And so he's one of those guys that, it's forever deeper than that. So I got a good relationship with him.
Man, my end it's simple because I say this: basketball is a game to just be played. You win or you lose, and you either a competitor or you're not. So, the stuff that I think make us click is I see him with his family, his kids, his boys, and just how tight they are. And I'm pretty sure he could say the same, with me. When you meet somebody successful, and they got their day ones or just their family around them, that speaks volumes, because a lot of people change. It's either you change or the people around you change. So for me, it starts there. So, when I see that, it speaks of who you are. And this just at the basketball part, we're 2 point guards. Let's just make that clear. 2 point guards. Obviously he established, more than me in this league, He came into a great role, where I came in a different role. Everybody's situation is different. And, people are going to do all the stuff they do on the internet. They have to do that. They can't say just good, because the bad stuff sells, the bad stuff that make any of us go read. Not too many people want to read, this is the good thing that was put out. The negativity is the stuff that sells. So, for me, when I see, just all the BS, trade this guy or trade that guy, it means nothing. It's somebody behind their computer. They could be at Starbucks right now, or they could be in a classroom, wherever they're at. The GM, I'm not the GM, he's not the GM. I'm not the coach, he's not the coach. So for me, that stuff mean nothing, We great, we communicate.
Yep.
It's authentic. But at the end of the day, that stuff is that stuff. And when you keep the outside noise, it doesn't bother you. So it don't bother me at all.
Not to reflect on it too much, but I think he hits the nail on the head when it comes to our relationship. Family is the most important thing to me. And I know it's the most important thing to him. And it's when your morals are the same, then all this other stuff don't matter as much. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to win every game we can, but there's a lot of stuff we can't control and things that we can't. And so we just got to focus on the main thing. And so for our relationship, that ain't never going to change. So,
yeah, you both make great points. I think the media oftentimes, especially I feel like in situations where there are 2 star players at the same position, it seems like most of the time, like you said, bad stuff sells. It seems like oftentimes it might drop a couple games. It seems like the automatic storyline is they pin the stars against each other. What would you guys say to critics, media, whomever, haters you want to call them, that you guys are don't like each other or not on the same page?
For me, bro, I don't like it. Hold no weight to me, man. You could ask my family. I mean, he sees me, every day. Just how I operate. I come into work, handle my business, rock with my guys. We laugh, we joke from the plane rides, bus rides, whatever it is. The locker room. So like that stuff don't mean nothing, man. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we are not the GM or the coach. And let's just make it clear, it's really hard to get any team to click. It's hard to win in the NBA, bro. Like, it is hard. It is not easy, So knowing people don't look at the circumstances here. Like, we came together, and then the coach gets fired, and then we bring in another coach in the same season. Obviously you had a summer to try to figure things out, and health comes up. What if I was out, or what if he was out? Like, he's out now. Like, it's just, you just don't know. It got to be damn near perfect. It got to be a lot of luck into that. Like, so for them just out there, I'm not mad at them. Let them say what they say. As long as that stuff don't come in from the insides, which I always say, like, our organization is everything that's said in there should stay in there, and mainly the players, because I don't like to get in the front office business. But the players, as long as we stay together and connected, you never know. We may stay together. We may go elsewhere. You just don't know. It's out of our control.
I mean, he hits the nail on the head. Like, to be honest, I think our season changed when Jalen got hurt and Kuz went up for a block that he had no intention of blocking the shot and hurt. I mean, one of our key players, and we went on a stretch where we didn't win as many games. And then, like he said, it's hard. It's so hard, and to get to a place like where we want to go, deep into a playoffs, even into a position to be high enough to be in that playoff position. So it's like you do have to have a lot of luck, and it sucks because this is my first year. Like, I'm talking to him on the bench, like, I can't really say nothing because I'm part of it now, but this is how I've been feeling for a lot of years. Like, I mean, some of the top key players every year that I've been a part of the Hawks, like, guys get hurt, and that's just unfortunate. That's just part of the game. But, I mean, I'm a part of it now, so, like, I can't say too much about it this year. And but that's just, like he said, it's hard to get to that spot. But it's not like we ain't trying, and not like we don't click as people. We don't let the outside noise affect that. Like, you can tell hopefully by our emotion, like when I'm watching him and hopefully everything else. So it's like that shit don't faze me.
Yeah.
And I know obviously it don't faze him, and I knew that from the jump. But I mean, everybody should know that.
For sure. I think that's great. And I think I sit in a little bit of a different perspective, since obviously our relationship, but I know how highly you speak of DJ. And I mean, I know we've just kind of started to get to know each other, but man, I know the respect that you show my homie. So not only do I appreciate you for that, I'm glad you guys are, continuing to rock, continuing to build and all that. Trey, I know you started off the podcast talking about that first moment in 2022 when you found out that DJ was coming to Atlanta. Walk us through like what those first like couple of days were, what even that phone call was that you got that you knew that he was getting traded to Atlanta. Like, just walk us through that, because I wasn't with you at the time, so I don't really know.
I don't know if I was the first person who called him or not. He can speak on that, but I was. I hope. I mean, I was, as soon as I heard from front office, I felt like before it even got out, I mean, I called him immediately and was yelling in my house in Oklahoma. Like, I'm like, I guess I got some help. Like, I got DeJounte Murray. So I'm like, and we had been talking a couple weeks prior about the possibility, not too much because we didn't want to jinx it too. So, but yeah, I remember being in Oklahoma just calling him. So it was a crazy day for sure.
Yeah, no, I was in New York. And before it happened, but I got off the phone with Pop, and then like right after that is when I guess it got cleared. And Trey was the first one to call me, and it was authentic. It was real. Great conversation, and even the people that was with me could tell just the excitement through the phone call. And it was a great thing, especially for me, just as an individual. To be in San Antonio, where I think a lot of people should go to start their career if it was a possibility, just to learn how to be a professional off the floor and play the game the right way. But other than that, coming here, it was great. It just a lot of things haven't worked out, but it's a lot that's not in our favor. Like I said, the coaches, the injuries. Like, those are things you just can't control as a player.
But, so, I mean, we can't talk, basketball without talking the beginning. For me, like, I want to know what puts you in basketball? I mean, what was the first moments that you had with the game of basketball?
Man, the moments that put me with basketball, it was really my uncles. All my uncles. Basketball was just something, in us. My mom was an athlete. She ran track. She was one of the fastest in our state at a young age. So on the basketball end, my uncles, I mean, they loved it. They played it in the neighborhood, wherever we was at, the house. I'm talking, laundry baskets, whatever we could afford at the time, because we couldn't afford a hoop. And then, playing in the neighborhood, the lights come on, it's time to go. Yeah. So, that basketball it's been with me since, 2-3 years old. They said I had a ball in my hand, and, I love it, and the reason why I love it because I think it's the best game played, and it just brings so much out of it. But also, like, it allows you to meet a lot of people, and I think that's the most important, But as far as basketball, it's just a different love when you play it and you love it and you just want to get better at it.
Nah.
Those first couple moments where you started to realize, like I may be different from my peers, like I'm over here getting by dudes easy, scoring at will, like whatever. When was that kind of moment that clicked for you, that you understood, like, okay, like I have a real chance of doing something special with the game?
I mean, you got to think where I come from, a lot of people still don't know. They just hear Seattle. So whatever you think of Seattle, here Seattle, you run with it. And I haven't really opened up about, my story, just where I come from, just in the process of all that. But for me, like I said, I always loved playing the game. That toughness came from playing with all the older cats, all my older uncles and their friends and stuff. I was always the youngest, so just playing with them and being able to stick with them or sometimes win against them at a young age, and the confidence thing was just built in me, since a young age. It was just always in me. I always thought I belonged on the court. It was never, oh, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, And as I got older, I never thought it was a reality to make it just because of my environment I was in, I just was a product of the environment that I was in. And I was happy, because that's what it was, and you make the best of it. And, as time started going, I start playing with the pros. And I could say about 15, 16 years old when I was playing with Jamal, and he would bring all the pros back. He'd bring Blake, CP, all them guys back to Seattle, whether it was open gym runs or the Pro-Am. And when I seen I was able to play with them, like, on the offense end and the defense end, be able to hold my own, I was just like, I got a chance if I just, do the right things and keep working at it.
Yeah, speaking of Jamal, actually, we have a surprise from Jamal. He did us a huge favor. We shouted him out, and he's going to ask you a question here.
DeJounte, this is your bro, Jamal Crawford. My question for you is this. When I had an all-star game, when I was getting married, my bachelor's party was for the whole city, and I had all these pros there. I invited a young DeJounte Murray to play at 16, 17 years old, and he dropped 40 on me, and that was the talk of the whole thing. Why you do your boy like that? That's all I really got. Why'd you do me like that? The stage was for me to show off, and you stole the show. I'm proud of you, but I need my question answered.
40?
At his all-star game?
40?
That was a classic. So what's so crazy about that is he was getting married, and I was far away. I was probably an hour away, and I remember he put a tweet out, like just seeing, what it would do or if people would come. It was never a planned game. Like, he'll tell you it was never planned or promoted. Like, it was just put out at like 11 p.m. at night, and people showed up at 12, and I remember them all there, and he texted me like, yo, you want to hoop? And I'm like, hell yeah. Like, what you mean do I want to hoop? Especially with y'all. Like, you damn right. So he texted me, and I get a couple of the homies, and I'm like, man, let's drive down to the Pro-Am and let's go hoop. So we get down there, man, we go play. And my mentality going, though, I'm hearing who's all playing, who's all going to be there. So I'm like, shit, I'm about to steal the show, And they don't want to really hoop, man. They get ready for a wedding.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a crazy atmosphere, and it was just something dope to be a part of.
Mm-hmm. Crazy atmosphere in a 40-piece.
But that's just him, though. Like, that's just you. Now, after knowing you now, just being around you, like I can't see you walking in no gym just just trying to be cool. Like we
Hell
talk about
no.
that. Nah, like you
Nah.
ain't no cool in that in our game, dog. You
Nah.
can't. You got to go in there trying to take it over. So
You have to.
How old were you?
have to. Well, here I was what, 16?
we're gonna
Yeah,
do this,
man,
right.
40.
Get to your spot.
Yeah, 16. Nah, that shit was
40.
crazy. And it was for free. So it was crazy to see that many people show up. But obviously, like, we don't have an NBA team, you know. And Jamal, he gets all the credit for holding it down until we do get one. And I think he should get his flowers for holding it down and just keeping, you know, the professional athletes coming and just the fans and, you know, everybody staying engaged and being able to see professionals play.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of the Seattle Pro-Am, I know shortly after that trade happened, it seemed like overnight y'all was up in Seattle cooking dudes. Like, I think our boy Nav has one of the most iconic photos or the videos ever of when I think you nutmeg the dude. Mm-hmm. You throw it or you lob it to DeJounte, and then you throw it off the backboard to John. Like that.
No, it was crazy. And the craziest part is because I go to dinner with DeJounte that night with him and some of his family, and the dude I nutmeg was sitting right across from DeJounte, and I'm like,
My man,
hold on, yo. And so I guess they like homies and.
Yeah, no, that's my
We
brother. His
boys.
name's Shadi. He got hoop game, man. He played a lot of defense too.
Yeah.
And it was, I didn't even know he was the one
Yeah.
until I seen it, and I'm like, what the hell? And then we ended up posting or something. He hit me, like, he showed me, like, damn, bro, you posted this?
No shade on Shadeed
Nah,
whatsoever,
no shade.
man.
That's my dog.
But that was a fun thing. Like, I mean, that was like right after the trade happened. Got to go up there. I had told Jamal I was gonna go play up there a couple times, like a couple years back, and I never had time or a reason for real. And I mean, as soon as I got the trade, like that's how excited I was. I was like, oh yeah, this gives me the perfect reason. I get to go. I can go back to Seattle. That's where he's from. First time I get to play with each other. Like, I'm definitely gonna go back and play because that was
That
like
was dope. That was dope.
the energy in there. And then a couple weeks later, I guess it got shut down because Bron and them. But like that pro-am Jamal put on.
You know,
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I was very upset I did not get to go on that trip.
Yeah.
For sure. Because
that was one of the biggest summers. That one was legit.
Yeah, I think from that game, DJ, you had 39 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Trey had 37 and 13. But I think on a larger conversation, and I feel like as of recent, it's been a lot more. Pros have been a lot more outspoken and willing to play in pro-ams. And I know you've talked about a lot about how important playing in pro-ams are. But what are y'all's opinion about like the growing aspect of basketball and how important these pro-ams are? Because if we're being honest, like not everybody has the resources to be able to attend an NBA game ever. And so I know for a lot of people, pro-ams are the only opportunity to see you guys.
I mean, for me, bro, like I just grew up hooping. I fell in love with the game for free. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to know where I'm at today and be able to go to a pro-am or whatever and just not play or just show up. And, you know, so when I say I fell in love with it for free, it's like giving back. You give back for free, you know? So if I go play somewhere and I find out, you know, they're charging, you know, I cover the tab of, you know, all the people that's attending because that's just who I am. You know, that's just, I wouldn't feel right charging people to come see us knowing that, you know, they got to pay their money to watch us on TV or, you know, come watch us play in the NBA. So, you know, I just think it's really important, you know, depending on how important basketball is for you, you know. I mean, it doesn't define who we are as human, but, you know, if you love it, you appreciate it, you know, you're going to do whatever it takes to continue to help, you know, make this game grow.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what, like, we used to, like, I mean, like, we've seen guys do that. Like, when we were kids, like you said, like, you've seen guys, like, pros come back and play in your city. Like, that's just, I feel like now, like, even though guys are making more money, it's more scary for some guys. And sometimes it's agents telling guys not to play. Because I remember my rookie year, I was trying to play in the Drew League, and they was like, and my agent Omar was like, nah, man, you gotta then play another season, and you can play your second year.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's more about like you said, like people who really love it. Like you can tell the people who really love hooping.
Yeah.
Is those guys that's playing in those programs
for sure. There's definitely like a love of the game that happens at, for sure. DJ, I know how, like you talked about how influential Jamal was in Seattle, what are some things that he's taught you or mentored you on that have kind of stuck with you throughout your professional career? And then I'll pivot to you as like, I know you've got some great idols too, but we'll start with how the influence that Jamal's had on you.
Yeah, I mean, the influence he had, you know, I was, like I said, a young kid in my environment, you know, where I was raised. It was nothing but just, you know, the streets. It was violence, it was crime, and that's just what I was a part of, you know, just being in that space, and we just thought that's what it was, you know. We thought that was our life. We thought that there was nothing more than that, you know. I didn't even go deep to downtowns and Bellevues, all these nice places in our city, because I thought my neighborhood and where I was from that's just what it was, you know, and what we could afford. So, you know, me and him, I think I was in 6th grade, and he came to my AAU game, and somebody was telling him, like, man, this young cat, his name's Baby Boy, he's good, you know. And he like, man, he's a 6th grader. Like, a 6th grader.
Yeah.
Like, let him get to high school.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, nah, he's good. Like, come watch him play, you know. So he hear the story, whatever stories he hear, he come watch me play. And I had like 40, you know, as a 6th grader. And after, I just remember him like, man, just keep working hard and you could be somebody. I'm not saying you can make it, but, you know, you could be somebody successful if you do the right things. And for me at first, it was just like, man, this is Jamal, but, you know, it means nothing to me because, like, he gets to go back to his life and I got to go back struggling right after that advice. But, you know, as time went, it stuck with me, you know. If you just do the right things, you never know what could happen. Like, even when I changed my life and started doing the right things, it was never for me to, I'm going to make it to the NBA. It was like, let's see if I can graduate high school, knowing a lot of my family dropped out of high school, you know. And then after that, it's like, let's see if we can make it to college. And when I made it to college, it was more celebrated than anything ever because nobody never went to college in my family. So, you know, college was a really big deal, you know, especially to go to UW, you know, back home. One of the top academic programs in the world, you know, and the basketball speaks for itself, all the sports of it. So, you know, Jamal just made me believe, you know, I think the main thing was if I do the right things, then you never know what could happen, but good things or great things will happen. So that just stuck with me all the way to now.
I love hearing DeJounte talk, and like for me, like I encourage you, DJ, like whenever you are done playing, like you need to have a documentary, bro. Like there's a lot of kids that are like you that don't end up being successful. Like, I mean, I know like a lot of people from where my dad grew up and people like I was around when I was a kid, like just didn't even. I mean, it's hard for people to have hoop dreams, you know what I'm saying, from a lot of places. So I know it's hard to, like, tell some of your stories, especially now, like, but you have, I mean, a lot of knowledge and your story can be followed and just from hearing even stuff from behind the scenes, because it's so inspirational to a lot of kids, bro. And I just encourage you, bro, because I know a lot of kids can be helped by it, because your story is it's powerful, bro.
No, for sure.
So,
for sure.
What do you see after the game? Like after you decide, hey man,
not coaching.
Not coaching.
No, we
be talking about it.
No.
Bogey said I'm gonna be an owner or GM or something. I'm like, nah, man. I just wanna. This stuff takes so much out of us. I don't think people realize it. And like I said, the number one thing where we connected was seeing each other with our families. So, you know, knowing we got kids, you know, for me, I want them, like now they got to see me coming in and going. You know, it's never just, I'm sitting there, and which they should never want that, because if I'm sitting there, then we're broke and we're struggling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I make sure that my oldest knows that because she's old enough, and, you know, the little ones, you know, she's not one yet. And then my girlfriend have a son, so, you know, he's a +1 too, you know. So, you know, I make sure they all know just the hard work part of it, you know, being independent and never just depending on nobody, you know, not even depending on me, you know, or their mothers. You know, but after ball, like right now I'm big on the business side. Like I didn't really take advantage of school. School was something I just didn't like. You know, not saying that I'm not smart. I'm pretty, you know, real smart, book smart, street smart, you know. But for me, like, you know, after I want to just take advantage of just learning the business side of a lot of different things. I always talk to my boys about it. Like, man, I think I'm going to be even more better after basketball, doing the business stuff and just learning new things and that, because I'm just so interested. Just like in basketball, I was interested to reach the highest levels. So, number one, just be with my family, the kids. I want to be able to take them to school, pick them up, activities with them, just everything for them, because I feel like I owe that to them. And then other than that, like I said, I'm gonna go back to school, so they have to finish school, and that's just really it right now. But you just can't have no limits,
Yeah. So you doing that? Are you doing that basically like I can't tell you to get your education and go back to school if I didn't do it type of thing.
Facts.
You know
that's exactly why I'm doing it,
yeah,
because
I feel like I mean, sorry to cut you off, but that's a smart way to do it, because I feel like that I can't talk to my teammates and tell them to play defense if I'm not playing defense. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna take charges of, you know what I'm saying? So
that's exactly, you hit it right in the nail, because I've been thinking this for so long, like, how am I gonna tell them, like, you gotta finish school when I didn't finish school? And I can't use I left after 1 year and I went to the NBA and made a lot of money. Like, money don't define me, That's just something that get when you work hard for anybody. Obviously it's different levels, and you got more, he got less, it doesn't matter, That's what it is. I want just the kids to be like, well, he finished school, I got no excuse.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to depend on my money, even though they're great, but there's going to be ways for them to earn, I want them also to, like I said, not depend on me, act like I'm not there, knowing that they have me there.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think you should do something post-career, whether it be documentary or like motivational speaking or whatever, bro, because you really do have very plain, like, you have a real talent of like being able to articulate certain things.
But it's also because he's been through it. Like,
that too.
You can't. That's like you can't make up shit that you've been through. You just talk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's authentic because he's been through it, and so that's.
But that's why I don't do a lot of podcasts. It's nothing against nobody.
You shouldn't,
It's my second one.
You should,
And I remember when they reached out, I'm like, I'm gonna do it for Trey. And I wouldn't do it for Trey if I didn't really rock with Trey.
Of course. Yeah.
But a lot of people is gonna be like, oh, on the internet, they don't rock with each other. Oh, they this and this and that. Like, it's all love at the end of the day. Like, I promise you, I tell my boys every day when we see bullshit, I be like, what's so funny is, like, I rock with him, he rock with me. And the basketball stuff, sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't.
Yeah.
But, like, we gonna be connected, like, outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just that.
Yeah, that's powerful. I know you're a recent dad too. Obviously, congratulations on the recent, I guess, coming up on less recent birth of your daughter. But how important has fatherhood been to the both of you? Obviously, as a family man, of course, it's vital. But as basketball players, because I think, DeJounte, correct me if I'm wrong, is that I think you came out and said, like, fatherhood really helped me understand how I walk in the door when I get home and treat my family and all that versus when I pull up to work and do all that. So just talk about that experience for you of being a father and how that even helped you become even of a better professional.
I mean, I think fatherhood is just so important because I know, like, for me, like, I didn't grow up in a household with my mom or dad. I was in a household with my grandma, and then when my mom came home from prison, I ended up going with her, but I was already a teenager by that time. And, my dad was in and out. I never got to live with my dad. We never lived in the same household. So, for me, it just hit different because, I lacked that. So I always say this, like, I see from AAU, all-star games, all-American camps, just growing up, high school games, like, it was kind of like a jealousy thing in a good way, seeing other people's mom and dads there to cheer them on, knowing that I didn't have that, consistently. Like, I had it a little bit, but it wasn't, like, where it should be. And, that's no knock to my mother or my father, but, for me, it's just important because I didn't have it, so I have children, so there's no excuse. And I don't know what, our parents' excuses are. That's them. That's their life. We don't know what they've been through, Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, just having my kids, they saved me, just like I said, from where I come from, the money, the fame, all the success, it means nothing, if you're not happy. you know, and just having my 2 daughters at that, it's amazing, bro. Like, it's amazing. Like, you could have the worst day ever, no matter what it is.
Facts.
And they'll do something and make you smile. Like, for real,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it's been a lot. Like, I been at funerals. You know, my sister passed, and my daughter said something after and made me smile. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just little stuff like that. So it just shows the importance of children, you know? And, you know, I love my kids. And like I said, I just want them to know I'm there. Like, I could buy them toys. I could buy them clothes, buy them whatever they want. But what does that mean? You know, the time is everything. And I want them to look into men as they get older and know that they will never settle for less. You know, they'll know that who their dad was and how I loved them is the correct way they need to be loved. And they'll know how to separate themselves from, you know, good man, bad man, whatever the case is. So, you know, that just is what that is.
Sheesh.
Yeah, no, that's exactly, that's definitely how I want to, be looked at, especially towards my daughter. Teal, like, I joke with him, like, I'm gonna be coming to him with some advice, because I'm gonna need some girl dad advice. He's a father of now 2 girls and 1 boy, and so now it's like I'm gonna definitely come to him for some advice. But like, family is like he says, everything for me. And so now having a kid changes your whole perspective on everything. Like especially having a son, like, you want to make sure everything that you do is what they can look up to. So he hit the nail on the head with everything. So
Yeah. Shifting a little bit back to basketball, DJ, you were drafted 29th in 2016 by the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about Trey's pre-draft process before, and I know you told the story, so I'm definitely not asking you to tell again. You can if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got to the league and you were drafted 29th and you were drafted to the Spurs, what was kind of that immediate experience? Because, man, the team was loaded. Like, and what was that process like for you, that growth that eventually led you to have extreme success with them later on, you know, even just a couple years after?
Man, that experience was crazy. Just the draft process in general, because a lot of people don't know, but I didn't go to the combine. Like, I didn't go to the combine. You know, all the teams that I really worked out for came to me. I wouldn't have left college. Like I said, if you follow what I was saying, like, I was happy to make it to college. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I was excited and happy to just be in college. So, you know, when all the information we got, like, yeah, he's top 10. You know, you go look at all the boards, like, I'm top 10, which those boards mean nothing when it's time to pick who you're picking. But, you know, the information was just like, you know, it's time to go. You're not where you want to try to get to 5 or 1. Like, there's no point to go back to college unless you really, really want to. So for me, you know, the process, that all the workouts was great. You know, was promising a lot of them. You know, that was part of the reason I didn't go to the combine. Like, I wanted to go to the combine. I wanted to experience everything that comes with it, you know, so I can look back, like, times like this, and I could be able to explain how my experience was at the combine. But when guys are having them combine talks, I can't talk about it because I wasn't there, you know. You know, so that whole process was just, it was different, you know, because you get to the green room. It was amazing to be there. Just like, damn, you watch it every year, and you're just like, damn, where he gonna go? You know what I'm saying? So just as a hooper, that's like a dream. That's a goal. You know what I'm saying? So just being in the green room, my family, man, it was dope. And I knew I was going anywhere from 9 to like 15. You know, that was for sure. Then it got weird, bro. It got real weird. And it would come out one day, a lot of it. But it got real weird. So a lot of people would see, like, when I got drafted 29, they're like, damn, he's mad to go to the Spurs. No way. Like, the Spurs wanted to trade up to get me, but they just couldn't trade up because teams was like, we're taking him if he's there.
Yeah.
So it was funny how that all worked out, you know. You know, but what happened, I was just mad from the information that I was getting and hearing. And I'm like, damn, they already knew all of this about me, and they still promised me, and, like, it was just crazy. But at the end of the day, bro, if you go 1, 2, 5, 29, second round, like, shaking the commissioner hand, like, I don't think, you know, people realize, like, for all of us, not just a DeJounte, for him, his family, you know, his kids get to see that, you know, but just me specifically, like, where I come from, bro, like, a lot of my people are dead or in prison. Like, my people was in prison, able to watch that and smile and say, that's my brother. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my brother's not getting buried or coming up here with us. Like, he's shaking the commissioner's hand in the NBA. Like, that right there that was a lot for me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and when I told him, like, this ain't just me, this is us. Like, how I carry myself, just who I am as a person. Like, I represent just all my people, no matter what. So that process was that process. But, like, going to San Antonio ended up being a blessing for me, like, because when I walked in the door, it wasn't, oh, I'm going to play right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mine's was, man, I'm going to get all this knowledge. Like, I'm excited to go be around Pop, Manu, Tony, Kawhi, LaMarcus.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pau Gasol, David Lee, Tim
Yeah.
Duncan's there every day. Like, and you just keep going on down the list. The guys, Patty Mills, Danny Green, like, you just take all this greatness and all these guys and what they accomplished in their careers, like the knowledge that I was able to get, the work ethic that I'm seeing that they have, like, there's no excuse for me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, for me, it was just like, man, it was a blessing, and I feel like it happened how it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But we know if you went to the combine, you would have went way higher than 20.
Nah, for sure. That's a big part, for sure.
But-
for sure.
What was some of that knowledge that they instilled in you throughout that process?
Bro, when I first got there, it was crazy, like, just seeing Pop, like, like, just seeing Pop when you watch, you hear so much about him, and then just seeing the players, like, bro, it's like you walk into the facility and you see all these banners and you just feel the winning energy, you feel the culture as soon as you walk in, like, for real, like, so, just from Pop, it was no bullshit from day one, like, from day one. Like, he just texted me the other day, like,
Yeah.
you took 44 fucking shots past the fucking ball. Like, like, that's our
Yeah.
relationship, though.
Yeah.
Like, like,
Yeah.
I love that dude to death, man. Like, he was a father, he was a father for me, when I would lose people, which is a lot of people in my life, I would go in his room, and he would give me that hug. I'll cry on his shoulder, I'll vent to him. He just was there for me, and that's not even nothing about no basketball. We're talking about real life, When I got hurt, tore my ACLs out for a year, like, he squeezed me and, like, like, you're going to be great, You work, you want to learn, like, so this is nothing, like, this is nothing, So that hug meant so much to me. Him just means so much to me. And then the basketball side is easy because I love it, like, and I want to be great at it. Even to this day, like, I treat it as I haven't made it or I haven't accomplished anything. So that keep me level-headed, you know what I'm saying? So, just with Pop, he's Pop,
Yeah.
He's funny. And it took me quick to, a lot of people don't know if he's serious or joking. So for me, like, I'll joke back with you.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter that I was that 19-year-old kid coming in. So he said a joke, I said one back. So I think that's how our respect, like, earned and gained for each other because of that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And then just all the other players, they just, all them guys speak for themselves.
That's
Yeah.
clean.
Crazy fact, actually. This has nothing to do with Trey, but I went to a super small school in California called Pomona. Popovich was actually the coach there for a long time before he started with the Spurs.
That's crazy.
He left in '86, and the guy who's been there, who's my coach, started in '89 after he left. Pretty
And
much,
he's still there.
he's still there.
Wow,
same
that's
dude. So
crazy.
they're like still really close and all that. But that's my
dope.
only connection to Popovich.
That's
I've never
dope.
met the dude ever, but that my
fact.
coach in college speaks so highly of him, and exactly what you said, like his humor, but also just like his just charismatic attitude.
Nah, he's real, bro. He's one of one, bro. Like, you shaking his hand or hugging him or just being in the same room as him, like, you would just feel it. Like, he's different. There's nobody. You can't, like, create this guy, like, ever. Like, ever. You know, he is who he is for a reason.
He really texted you about those 44
Yes,
shots?
bro. Yes.
Damn.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. I love that, honestly.
Yes,
I love
bro.
that.
Nah, that's our relationship, though.
Yeah.
We talk shit to each other. We
Yeah.
tell each other we love each other all the time. So he made it as a joke, but he made sure to let me know he loved me and he's watching.
At what point did you know that you had taken the 44?
Bro, I didn't
down?
even know, bro.
Hey,
I didn't even know, bro.
We needed them.
bro.
We needed all 44.
Bro, I was so tired, man. I don't even know, bro. And it's so funny, like, cause I get so mad. I get so mad when teammates turn down shots, like, because
Yeah, because then you got to take
then I gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's crazy. I swear to God, I didn't even know that I took 40 shots, bro. I thought it felt like probably like 30. But when I see it, I'm like, yo, 44, bro. I was close to 50.
That's a lot of shots.
I'm like, man, that's crazy.
But hey,
That's crazy.
I texted him the other night. I was like, yo, I need
This
to
guy
shoot.
gonna say shoot 50.
You texted him that?
Yeah,
I
he texted
told
me
him.
the other day, shoot 50. Hell no.
We need this win.
Yeah, we
got the
for
win.
sure. We
in
got the
Chicago.
win.
Yeah. Also, the casual fan don't know shooting takes a lot of energy. Like, especially if you're shooting that all,
lot,
like,
bro.
that's a lot of
But
energy.
it's not even about the shots. Like, you got to go to, like, running up and down, the physicality of it.
Guarding,
rebounding, whatever it is, timeouts, halftime. Like, it's so much. Like,
Running sets to get the shot.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I only got one more. I mean, for me, like, how do you want this season to finish? Like, I mean, we do have this few more games left. Like, what are your expectations? Like, I mean, for me, like, my expectations. I mean, I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first. You the guest. You the guest.
Nah, bro, my expectations, man. You know, they ain't losing, is a lesson. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't really take it as losses or losings. It's a lesson. We could learn from it. But we got 7 games left, bro. Like, having this guy out, and like you said, Jalen been out. Like, Jalen's emerged as the most improved. Like he's establishing himself as somebody that's gonna be special for a long time. And if you just go down the line, though, like, we lose Sadiq Bey. Like, that guy's a grit and grind type dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna bring the same energy every single game.
Yep.
Dre Hunter is special. He trying to get healthy. You just go down the line of guys. Health been a problem. But like I always say, it's next man up mentality, because it's the NBA. And we don't wish for these things, but a lot of these things help guys. Like, with all these guys being out, forget myself. Look at the Veets and the Garrisons and, all these guys that was able to play. This is not only for them to maybe get a contract from the Hawks. It could be them getting a contract from another team in the near future. So for me, I look at the positive things of things. You get what I'm saying? But finishing this season, we're getting, back healthy at the right time. Coach Quinn is phenomenal, great. And you know what it is. I want to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Obviously get to that play-in, because I don't think we could get to where we want to be, to avoid the play-in. But, shout out to Tyler Silver and them putting in the play-in.
Yeah.
It works in our
advantage.
Our advantage right now. So, get to the play-in, take it one game at a time, and then get to the playoffs. And when you win, you just never know what can happen. And I feel like we get to the playoffs, we can make some noise, and, you just never know what can happen.
You gotta finish strong. Like, that's all it is. Like, you broke down all our players. Like, everybody is, like you said, from Jalen having a most improved type season. Like, if he would have reached that 65 game limit, he would have been in a running for winning that award. Like you said, Sadiq's a big piece of our team going down, but Dre finding his way back, playing at a crazy, crazy level right now. Like, and then you're getting guys like Veet. You're getting guys some opportunities that, I mean, they actually playing well. So, like, I know it's tough. Like, I ain't been able to help you, and you've been able to, like, carry the fort, and I mean, carry our team. Like, the way you have has been, like, I don't know if you won Player of the Month, but you should have. But, like, I mean, you've been playing outstanding, bro. So, like, for me, I just want to finish strong. Like, I know we gonna do what we can to try to upset whoever we playing, even though in our eyes it ain't no upset. And that's all it is. We just gotta finish strong. So that's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Just finish it strong
for us and for our teammates.
Facts.
That's for our brothers that we with every day.
Yeah.
I do know one thing though, is that y'all two, when the lights turn on, y'all ready.
We love
bro.
it. Yeah, we
Y'all
got that
ready.
in common. We got that in common for sure.
So I got 2 last things for y'all. From the point we're a huge fan of top 5s. I know we had Jamal on the screen earlier, but Jamal came out a couple days ago and dropped his top 5 ball handlers of all time. his Mount Rushmore ball handler was Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Jason Williams, and Allen Iverson. This is a question for the both of y'all. Give y'all's current, who's in the league now, or it could be forever, just history. But who are the top 5 best handles of all time?
Top 5 best handles. Bro.
Handles. You gonna put Kyrie in there.
Kyrie's the best, bro.
You gonna put Kyrie?
Yeah.
So I don't like. I never really got into the list. I don't know. I
It's
used to
hard.
get into the list. It's hard.
It's too many guards.
Yeah.
Like it's nowadays, like it's too many.
It's too many.
Because we all done stole the tricks from guys like Jamal and
down
just
the
try to
line,
make
you
it
just
our
look.
line.
It's for me. It's hard to make lists, bro. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
But Kyrie's the best ever. Ever.
Really?
Ever. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as somebody who's made an all-defensive team, I would trust what you
bro,
guys say.
I'm telling
for sure.
you, bro. It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. The last thing I have for us is a game where it's kind of just name the teammate that comes to mind when I just ask these questions, and it'll be the both of you guys at the same
Okay.
time. So, and you're the first current Hawks teammate that we've had on the show with Trey. So,
Dope.
first one, who goes the hardest at practice?
Bruno.
Bruno.
Okay.
Bruno trying to get the minutes, man.
Bruno. Okay.
Bruno.
Who always likes to control the music in the locker room?
Me this year. Last year was JC.
Yeah.
Okay. What
But
you
me
play?
right now.
What
You
are
said
your
what
like,
I'm
go-to
playing?
songs? Yeah.
Man,
play everything.
whatever. Yeah, we play everything, you know. We get a mixture of everything.
Country.
Nah, G Bird. G Bird.
yeah,
He's
he
mad
had
we don't do that. G Bird got his headphones on. He mad at me. Laptop.
Who's
No knock on country though. No knock.
love. Who's the most likely to pick up a dinner tab for a team dinner?
I feel like we be
Probably,
splitting.
Yeah, we was split. Yeah, it
I
was,
mean, like,
yeah.
there's been times I take care of the rooks, and then
Yeah.
I'll look over to take care of the rook, and
Yeah, we-
DJ be like, I already got him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
on
Okay.
planes, like,
Both of us, me and Ice, yeah.
Most
gonna be
likely
us
to be
too.
early to the facility
Early to the facility. Right now?
right now,
Right now?
or it could be throughout the season.
Uh,
I don't know. I like using my rest. So
I'm trying to think, man. Because there's a lot of guys that get early. It depends, like.
treatment guys, I mean, it just depends.
It
Sometimes,
depends what the day is.
Yeah, because sometimes
Okay.
guys
It
will be going
depends.
through slumps, and then I'll see Bogey in there early.
Yeah,
and like,
it depends what the day is.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends.
Okay.
NBA is a long season, so
Who talked the most trash on the team?
talk the most trash.
Yeah, oh,
Probably all.
Really?
but like
Yeah.
not like nothing like
Not a bad
take
way.
serious. Like,
Yeah, not a bad way.
But just always talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
oh,
that.
Oh, is the guy.
if he hits a 3, he gonna let you know. Like,
Oh, he think he a shooter. He said, I shoot better than you, motherfucker. I said, oh, you made 10 threes.
Somebody you would not trust to cook a meal.
Chicken strips and
see,
fries.
he always clown. I always
Chicken
got
strips and fries, bro.
Yeah.
You know that. That's your boy. You know that.
know
If we
that.
cooking that, then I'm straight.
Yeah.
But anything
You
else,
can't do that
Yeah.
for sure. Who has the best style on the team?
Best style? Who dressed up? It was Patty.
It was
Nah.
Patty, but Drizzy, what Drizzy?
It was Patty, but now
Is Dre
we give it to
stepping
Dre.
it up?
Yeah, I think we give it to Dre
We're
now.
gonna give it to Dre. Dre been walking on the plane.
Yeah, I think I give it to Dre right now.
Patty
'Cause
has some fits.
Patty has some fits, bro.
Patty,
But that's Patty
he walked
though.
to shoot
Yeah.
around
Yeah, that's
in a fit.
Patty come to shoot around the fit. That's a fact.
Patty got some fits.
Yeah, he
bro.
got some fits, bro.
Who's the funniest teammate on the squad?
Probably in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, probably all.
I mean,
'Cause you just
everybody
can't-
funny though.
Yeah, everybody, but with O, you just like you don't know what to expect from O, man. You might he might be loud today in the morning. Then we get to the arena, he quiet, and then he just break out, say something funny, or just do something funny. He'd be like, "Bro, I'm not funny," but to us, it's hilarious.
Hilarious.
So I say O.
You got that. You. I joke about it. You got that Cali. That too cool about him. Like,
Yeah, too cool.
He too cool, man.
He too cool.
Man.
With everything though, basketball, lifestyle. He
Yeah.
too cool.
Oh, he's cool, dude.
Nah, he great.
I've enjoyed getting to know
great.
DeJounte, that's all we got for you, man. Thanks so much for stopping by From the Point. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Sprite, for that crisp lemon lime taste. It's a clear favorite. This is From the Point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Another episode From the Point by your favorite point. Till next time. Appreciate it.